Welcome back to the Health Show. Let's talk to Dr Charlie from Harley. We're off to Brazil. Dr Charlie. So we've got the Olympics coming up. A few headlines, okay. We've got this Zika virus, okay. We've got the Olympics. Apparently there's 400,000 condoms for the athletes. Strikes me an awful lot of athletes or an awful lot of condoms. Fendoms. And then even, dare I say it, that they're giving the athletes some lubricants. So should the moose go to Brazil, and should I have a Brazilian?
Absolutely, very good. I was out in Brazil many years ago. It's a wonderful country. You know, the people are delightful. Obviously, there's a lot of poverty as well. So you've got the favelas, and you've got the rich. You've got all the beaches, Copacabana, Ipanema, and São Covado. The issues really are about sexual health and about Zika virus. So purely on the sexual health side, it's wise to have condoms because you can catch diseases from sexual transmission. There are forms now of gonorrhea. Remember the old gonorrhea where a man would end up with a discharge that was green at the end of his penis? Not very pleasant. But there are multi-drug resistant versions of that now, which are very, very challenging to medical practitioners to treat.
i.e. they can't fix it.
They're going to need some really high bazooka levels of antibiotics to do so. But there will come a point where we probably don't have the antibiotics to treat those. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you could get HIV, and then that's a lifetime condition. Could lead to immune deficiency over time. There are the other unpleasant things like crabs and things that crawl around your pubic hair. So it kind of makes sense on a just general level to protect yourself against sexual diseases, especially if you're an athlete, especially if you're in an environment which is, you know, sexually free.
But I'm trying to win a gold medal, okay? Should I be having late nights out with the ladies?
Yeah, well, you know, there's that great story of Tyson, isn't there, when he was boxing and he had a form of gonorrhea and, you know, apparently it made him even more aggressive.
Really?
So may have helped him win one of his fights. So, you know, athletes are ordinary human beings. A lot of them, I think, are as sexually charged as anyone else. So I think the discipline around not having sex before you compete is challenging, let's put it that way.
Right.
And the opportunity is significant. So I think the protecting yourself is wise, but the other reason that the condoms are important is that we do know that the virus, Zika virus, can be transmitted in the male semen, and if a woman gets pregnant with Zika virus infected sperm, then that may have an effect on the fetus as well as an effect on the woman or the person at the other end. So I think that's also part of the consideration. Now, what you've got with Zika virus is you've got a virus, it's transmitted by a mosquito, the white-banded mosquito. So if you see a mosquito land on you and it's got white stripes, you know that's the Aedes aegypti mosquito, if it's infected. Now, what the virus will do is it will cause certain symptoms similar to dengue virus, actually, headache, fever, muscle aches and all of that. But the more serious long-term effects involve the nervous system, some of which involve paralysis of either parts of the body or in some cases a locked-in syndrome where you can't move. Now, the evidence seems to indicate that that is being caused by Zika virus. I think that overall the percentage affected is less than people fear. With babies, there's a risk of malformations, especially malformation of the head. So I think overall, I would say I wouldn't put people off going to Brazil because I think that's a great thing for their economy, it's a great thing for sports, it's a great thing for fitness, but caution is required.
But just going back, the Zika virus, okay, when we were growing up, we never heard of the Zika virus. How do these all develop?
Yeah,
where do they come from?
Okay, I think, to be honest, when you were growing up, there's a lot of things that are relatively new. HIV wasn't around when you were probably a baby, Nipah virus, there are many things. The reality of human existence is this, that in biodiversity, there are insects, there are parasites, there are viruses, there are bacteria. They're evolving faster than we are. Some of them have always been there, and some of them come out with us as we encroach on farmland or rainforest or whatever. So every time we do development, so you chuck a road into a rainforest, you also chuck a road that allows a bunch of biodiverse bugs to come out that weren't there before.
Okay, so it's as simple as that.
In my opinion, yeah.
Okay, let's take a very quick break and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about smoking, one of my ex-favourite subjects. We'll be straight back, thank you.